a couple of rules before we get started. And I see a lot of you on the chat already starting to say, we're here and we're ready to rock. The rules are quite simple. You basically pick a team name. We hope that you kind of come together, not physically necessary, but we'll come together as teams. So you pick a team name, you write it on the chat, just kind of to introduce yourself. We ask that please do not cheat. We'll ask you a couple of questions, and we have no way, obviously, of seeing what you do and seeing that you don't Google the answers, but just to be sport, just don't cheat or anything of the sort. Again, as you know, we do not tolerate any kind of derogatory language or any kind of insults. We really are here to have fun and keep it clean and keeping it cute, basically. I'm quite excited to say today we've got a number of quite cool prizes, which at the end of the session, about 5 or so people may win. And these prizes are 4 vouchers worth 500 Rand of data vouchers worth 500 Rand, which 4 people can win, as well as an amazing 2,000 Rand shopping mall voucher. And one can choose whether or not they go to Pick n Pay or Macro, and you can win that. To win, again, because we are not able to tell you or to see, how you do, we can't really say because of your answers, then you win. What we do ask is as highest number of participation as possible. So to win, or stand a chance to win, basically, we ask you, when we ask the questions, this is what happens. We ask, our quizmasters will ask you a question, you basically answer, you will perhaps write them on a piece of paper or anything of the sort, and then at the end of each session, or each segment of the questions, you basically give yourself a score. The quizmasters will tell you what the answers are, you score yourself, and you write the score, only the score, on the chat. So the more frequently you write your scores and the faster you write your scores, chances are you may win one of those exciting prizes. Okay, let me introduce you to our quizmasters. You know many of them, you've seen them, and you really had fun with them last 2 weeks or so ago. First up, we've got the amazing Londiwe Dlomo, who is a Sowetan food and travel writer. Hi, Londi.
Hi, Nwabisa, how are you?
I'm good, how's it?
I'm good. I'm so excited. Second round. And I have tried to make the questions friendly this time.
So you say, but let's see. Let's see.
Yeah.
Next up, we've got Thembela Khamango, who is our executive editor at the Sowetan. Hi, Thembela.
Hi, Nwabisa, how are you?
I'm good. How's it going?
I'm good, thanks.
I've seen your questions.
They're easy, like the last time.
No. I think your questions, they're basically current affairs. So your questions are basically, if you haven't been reading the Sowetan, I don't know how you're going to know any of these questions. It's quite that simple. Okay, we'll catch up with you a little later, Thembela. The next person who is our quizmaster, Thabiso Mahlape, who is one of our columnists at the Sowetan. Thabiso, how are you doing, girl?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. Welcome back.
Thank you. You know what I just thought of? That after the last quiz, someone sent me a manuscript submission, and I meant to reply, and I've just been so busy. So if she's here and she's watching me, I'm gonna get.
You will be caught up. You will absolutely be caught up.
Yeah.
Thank you again for joining us. Next up, with one of his legendary hats, I see we've got Emmanuel Tjiya, who's one of our one of our entertainment writers at the Sowetan. Emmanuel, how are you doing?
I am good. I am fantastic.
Let's see the hat. We're actually talking earlier. We're like, dude, how many hats do you have? You guys will remember last week, 2 weeks ago, he had that awesome hat. How many hats do you have?
I'm not going to say. I'm not going to go on the record. But I've got many hats, yeah.
Welcome back. Thank you so much. And last but not least, we've got our sports editor, Nkareng Matshe, who is joining us. Let me tell you, his questions are probably the easiest. Nkareng, how are you doing?
Hi, Nwabisa. I'm fine, thanks. Yourself?
I'm good. Welcome. I think when I saw your questions, I was like, these are literally a giveaway. Anybody who doesn't know these, I don't know what we're going to do with them.
Yes, people should get 6 out of 6 basically. If you do badly, you should get 5 at least. So
Okay.
I made it simple this time.
Thank you so much. I think I know a couple of people who are kind of gearing themselves for those ones particularly. So thank you so much. Shall we go back to and start the quiz? So we'll go back to Londiwe, who will be asking us questions on travel. So here's again how we're going to do this. She will ask 6 questions, and you will get a chance to answer those questions just privately on a piece of paper or anything of the sort. Afterwards, she will give the answers to those questions. You must give yourself a score, and you must put only the score on the chat. Okay, Londi, are you ready?
Guys, the joys of living in South Africa. I have just been load shared. There's been a power cut, but can you guys still see me?
We can. So don't worry about it.
So we can go right ahead, and it's an adventure, and yes. South Africa. But okay, my first question is a pretty simple one. I'll give you a clue. So this is the question. Name an area in KZN that experiences snow in winter. Now, the clue is this. What I'm looking for is an area that is popular with tourists. So all the other ones that are not popular, drop them and think about the one that is popular with tourists. My second question is, Mauritius is one of the islands in the Indian Ocean that is close to South Africa. What is the time difference between South Africa and the island? I'll repeat that. Mauritius is one of the islands in the Indian Ocean that is close to South Africa. What is the time difference between South Africa and the island? My third question is, a beloved member of the Ushaga Marine World Park died recently. What type of creature was it and what was it called? Again, a beloved member of the Ushaga Marine World theme park died recently. What type of creature was it and what was it called? My fourth question is, where will you find Little Paris in the Gauteng province? Fourth question again, where will you find Little Paris in the Gauteng province? My fifth question is, name the lake that is sacred to the people of Venda. The clue is the name of the lake is the same as designer Craig Jacobs' label. Let me repeat that. Name the lake that is sacred to the people of Venda. The clue is the name of the lake is also the name of designer Craig Jacobs' label. And let me just get my last question. My last question on travel is, the 300-kilometer stretch of coastline between Mossel Bay and Plattenberg Bay is known as what? Okay, so a lot of people do contest where it starts and where it ends, but it's in that particular area. I just want to know what that stretch of coastline is known as. Like, what do we call it? And
let me tell you, the answer is literally like one of my favorite places in the world. If you know me personally, you'd know it's absolutely one of my favorite places. So good questions, I think. If I may, I think I probably got about 3 of them. If I didn't have the answers, I probably would have gotten about 3 of them. So let's see how the guys are doing. I don't know. Wait, are you live there?
They came back on.
Yay. Thank you, Studio Johannesburg. Small mercies. Okay, so I think we've given people probably enough time to think about the answers and to see if you are, what if they actually got them right. So shall we go through the answers? Are we ready to go through the answers, Londi?
Yes, we are. So my first question was, name an area in KZN that experiences snow in winter, and I was looking for an area that is popular with tourists. The area is the Drakensberg Mountains. So hopefully a lot of people got that one. And the second question was that Mauritius is an island on the Indian Ocean that's close to South Africa. What is the time difference between South Africa and the island? And the answer is 2 hours. It's actually very fascinating because the flight takes 4 hours, and they're 2 hours ahead. So by the time you get there, it's like nighttime if you left in the afternoon. And my third question was, a beloved member of the Ushaga Marine theme park died recently, and I wanted to know what type of creature it was and the name that it was called. And the answer is Gambit, and Gambit was a bottlenose dolphin. Gambit, I met Gambit when I was like 7 years old, and I met him when I was like 14, and then I took my nephew to see Gambit as well. So very, very sad that he passed on. And question number 4 was, where will you find Little Paris in Gauteng province? And the answer is in Hartbeespoort. I'm sure you've seen lots of people with the little mini Eiffel Tower and the locks. So if you're looking for a cute little lovers weekend snack type of thing, there's like got these cute little pastry delis and all these lovely things there. But once obviously the lockdown is over, you can go and enjoy that. And my 5th question was, name the lake that is sacred to the people of Venda, and it's also the name of designer Craig Jacobs' label, and the answer is Lake Funduzi. My 6th question was, the 300-kilometer stretch of coastline between Mossel Bay and Plattenberg Bay is known as what? And the answer is the Garden Route. Now, the Garden Route is gorgeous, like in your life, please, just, I don't know when you decide to do it, be it friends, just go and see the little towns also that are along that stretch, and just enjoy South Africa once this lockdown is over, and enjoy yourself, guys.
Absolutely. I agree, absolutely. Let's see how you guys did. Again, remember, the faster you write your scores down, the more chances you have of winning those awesome prizes. I'll name the prizes again. It's 4 vouchers, data vouchers worth 500 Rand each. So each 4 people will get those, as well as 2,000 Rand shopping mall voucher, which a person can choose, very much needed in these times, from Pick and Pay or Macro. Let's see how you guys did. I see, hi Karen, I see Karen saying the time difference. I think she was talking about your Mauritius question. She's saying the time difference between us and Mauritius. It's like, the jet lag though. So I know she was there quite recently, so it's quite cool. Let's see how you guys did. Team Neo 4 out of 6. You're always good, hey. Like the Team Neo is always, they always do it. So that's quite nice. Nonki, you got 5. Team Nonki got 5 out of 6, which is fantastic. Chris got 3. Boitumelo. Wow. There are people. There's somebody who I will not name who got, since they got 0. Guys, how? Like at least one. The Garden Route care. At least one. Miss Lee, you are absolutely correct. The Garden Route is absolutely stunning. Let's see. Shanida, Miss Team Shanida, got a solid 4. It actually is quite a solid 4. So thank you so much. And well done. Cherry Asikasi, welcome back, my girl. You got what, 5 out of 6. Fantastic. I think you guys did well. So Londi, I think well done. Your questions weren't so hectic. Or really, we do as South Africans travel, within our country as well as abroad. So which is quite fantastic. Shall we move on to the next batch of questions? Again, for me, this is always like one of those, it's current affairs. It's a serious one, and whenever of the segments, but also it's really about, if you've been reading us, you will know what the answers are to these questions. Thembela, are you ready?
I am ready. Hi, everyone. As Nwabisa has said, if you've been reading, really, this will be a breeze. Okay, question number 1.
Yes,
okay. Question number 1. International Nurses Day is celebrated annually on May 12th, like we did this week. Whose birthday is on that day? Person is an international icon. Let me repeat the question. International Nurses Day is celebrated annually on May 12th, like we did this week. Whose birthday is on that day? Question number 2. How much does the SA Revenue Service collect from the sale of tobacco products a year? How much does the SA Revenue Service collect from the sale of tobacco products a year? Question number 3 was actually one of our lead stories this week. It's a sad story of an elderly man who was fatally stabbed by a psychiatric patient in a Gauteng hospital. Name the facility. An elderly man was fatally stabbed by a psychiatric patient in a Gauteng hospital. Name the facility. Number 4, as we all know, schools were shut down mid-March in a bid to contain the spread of COVID-19. Which 2 provinces are now ready to reopen? Schools were shut down in mid-March in a bid to contain the spread of COVID-19. Which 2 provinces are now ready to reopen? Number 5, in a conversation with his father in their Zooming with the Zoomers YouTube series, former President Jacob Zuma's son, Duduzane, says he flew Deputy President David Mabuza abroad for medical care. Where did they go and which year? In a conversation with his dad in their Zooming with the Zoomers YouTube series, former President Jacob Zuma's son, Duduzane, says he flew Deputy President David Mabuza abroad for medical care. Where did they go and when was it? Lastly, the last administration of Tshwane Metro is said to have recorded a huge amount of money under wasteful expenditure. How much was it? The last administration in Tshwane Metro municipality is said to have recorded a huge amount of money under wasteful expenditure. How much was it? Thanks.
Not too bad, I don't think. But then again, you and I are supposed to know the answers to those questions.
Yeah, it's basically our lives every day.
Quite interesting though. I love Miss Lee's laughing and saying Zuma and Duduzane are absolutely unmatched. I was thinking when I actually saw that question, I'm like, Thembela, it's one thing to ask which country. Then you're like, which year? I'm like, yo, I feel like this is an exam though. You know?
Yeah, but they say which year in that conversation.
Yeah, but like, you know. But anyway, I'm sure a lot of people have been watching that. It's been something quite interesting to talk about in the country at this moment. So yeah. I'm hoping many of us will know. A lot of people actually just referring to the previous segment, Londi segment, saying they actually feel confident after that. I really want to see what people are going to say after your segment, if they feel confident about the rest of the quiz, with those questions. Do you shall we take it up and go to the answers? I'm sure people have had enough time to think and write about those.
Okay. Question number 1. International Nurses Day is celebrated on May 12th. Whose birthday is on that day? The answer is nursing pioneer Florence Nightingale. How much does the SA Revenue Service collect from the sale of tobacco products per year? It's 13 billion rands. An elderly man was fatally stabbed by a psychiatric patient in a Gauteng hospital was at Bheki Mlangeni Hospital in Soweto. Schools were shut down in March in a bid to contain COVID-19 spread. Which 2 provinces are ready to reopen? It's Gauteng and Western Cape. In a conversation with his father in their Zooming with the Zoomers YouTube series, former President Jacob Zuma's son, Duduzane, says he flew Deputy President David Mabuza abroad for medical care. Where did they go and when? They went to Moscow in Russia in 2015. The last administration in Tshwane is said to have recorded a huge amount on under wasteful expenditure. How much was that? It's 1.2 billion.
Abahlali are complaining, Thembela. Uzikle is saying this round is too has too many numbers. I don't know what you have to say, but she's like, this round has too many numbers. It's what we've been writing, it's what we've been publishing. But I'm sure a lot of people will get those.
Okay.
Just one question though before I let you go. I have been asking everybody. I've been in kind of chat conversations, just off the record, Thembela, between you and I. Do you think schools are ready to open? I see one of the questions says which provinces are saying they're ready to open. Do you think they're ready to open? Just off the record, and just in Nanau and Jay. Don't worry about everybody else. Nobody else is here. Just in Jay.
No, I don't think we're there yet. There's too much that we need to have. The sanitizers, the more people to assess. No.
Okay. We won't say anything further than that. It's cool. Timno says they got 0 out of 6. Okay, I think there's a lot of people that we need to send our subscription here. Chirasika says she got 3. She got 3 out of 6, which is okay, 50%, not too bad. Karabo, I want to see you. Karabo says we mustn't disown her, but clearly she doesn't have, I don't know what her score is, but it's not looking good. Tim Nonki, well done. It's a 4 out of 6 for them. Let's see. Siba 5 out of 6. Okay, that's brilliant actually. Thank you so much for reading us. Tim Cavaro, Karen got 5 out of 6, which is fantastic. Matt Genius, they got 2 out of 6. Yeah, next round, I'm sure we'll be okay. Thembela, thank you so much. I thought those questions were brilliant, and they actually made us think. Quite sobering at times, but that's the nature of what we do. So thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye.
Shall we move on to our next segment, which is on literature? Thabiso, are you ready to go, Sotan?
I am ready to deliver the easiest segment of the night.
Yes, there you go.
So the first question, which is the only international question in this lot, is in 2019, the Men Booker Prize made history with a joint win. Name the one half of the winning, the colored half. The second question, South African writer and now publisher who lives in Nairobi, and she loves to wear her hair blonde and bleached. So we're looking for a name. Third question, we're looking for a name again. He was born in 1937, rode like a dream, drank like a fish, died a native of nowhere in New York. And then the next one, this book was published in the year 2000 to critical acclaim and immediate success in South Africa and abroad, winning the 2002 Commonwealth Prize for best first book. A book title. The book turned 10 years this year, and a big hint, Kanyimbawu Matumunzu and Renata Steelman brought it to life. Then the last question, it's a book title we're looking for. It's a collection of essays on one of South Africa's biggest cultural movements, released in July 2018.
Okay, Thabiso, can you hear me? So our line got a bit disturbed there. Do you want to take it again straight from the top?
Okay. The first one, in 2019, the Men Booker Prize made history with a joint win. Name the one half of the winners, the colored half. The second question, we're looking for a name. The South African writer and now publisher who lives in Nairobi and loves to wear her hair blonde. The third one of my favorite people in the world, fascinating subject. We're looking for a name. Born in 1937, wrote like a dream, drank like a fish, died a native of Norway in New York. The next one, we're looking for a book title. It was published in 2000 to critical acclaim and immediate success in South Africa and abroad, winning the 2002 Commonwealth Writers' Prize for first book. The fifth one, a book title, the easiest. The book turned 10 years this year, and a big hint, Kanyimbao, Mabatu Muntu, and Renata Stearman brought it to life. The last one is we're looking for a book title again, a collection of essays on one of South Africa's biggest cultural movements, released in July 2018.
Super. Thabiso, me, I'm nice, ne? And I'm seeing people are complaining, right?
Already.
People are complaining. So, I mean, one of my favorite, I think, questions here, and I'll give a hint, guys. I'll give a hint. The person born in 1937 wrote like a dream, drank like a fish. There is a journalism award that is named after him, a South African journalism award that is named after this person. Any person on this line who's a journalist, you should know this. There's like it's an award for brave journalism. So if you don't know, I disown you. I don't know you. I've never met you.
Truly.
You know. Let's see what you guys are saying. See what the guys are saying. Somebody, Valencia says, Thabiso Skolele. People are really finding it difficult.
I think that the one thing to remember is I'll always keep it local. So prepare your local literary knowledge.
Exactly. If you're gonna be a member of the Sowetan Women's Club, we read, guys. We gotta read. We gotta be, keeping up with the world and what's happening around us. So I think we're ready to probably give the answers and see how everybody has done.
Okay.
Valencia says, I'm so dizzy. Valencia, you'll be fine. Trust me, you'll be fine. So please take it easy on us. Give us the answers and see. Let's see how people have done.
The first one, the 2019 joint winner of the Man Booker Prize is Bernardine Evaristo. The second one, South African writer and now publisher who lives in Nairobi and loves to bleach her hair, Kizukiswa Vaner. And then my favorite, born in 1937, wrote like a dream, like, oh my gosh, and drank like a fish, and died a native of Norway. And I said a native of Norway because there's literally a book written about him called A Native of Norway. And it's Net Nakasa that I was looking for. And in 2000, the book that was released to critical acclaim was 13 Cents, Yasello Deger. The cool kids want to pretend like you're not cool if you haven't read it. Don't take them seriously. And then the easiest one, which is a book that turned 10 years this year and was a big film, is Happiness is a 4-letter word. Emmanuel would know that.
Mm-hmm.
And the last one, a collection of essays on one of South Africa's biggest cultural movements, is Born to Guaido. If you haven't read it, you need to find it. You need to read it. It's incredible. It's such a, like at the beginning of us archiving Guaido and what Guaido meant to us as a society.
Which is actually quite a powerful thing. I mean, it was a shifting time, particularly in the culture of, Igazi, who we were, the expression of who we were. So that genre of music was pretty much more than just music. It was culture. It was just who we are, an expression of who we are. So I should get the book and actually read it. I
can sell it to you guys, staff discount.
Yeah, please. Please, we'll talk about it. Let's see how everybody has done. Tim Nonke, 1 out of 6. I'm just hoping the one, was the clue that I gave. I mean, guys, I was like, it's a giveaway. Let's see how everybody else has done. Tim Neo, I see 2 out of 6, which is, yeah, you'll get it next time. Look, for everybody who's scoring really low, let me say this again. We're really nice here. So we've taken our sports segment, we put it right last. Our sports editor Nkareng has been absolutely generous this week. I mean, his questions are literally like a giveaway. So trust me, if you don't get these, you've got probably a 6 out of 6 that's kind of waiting for you. I see Valencia saying, Kubi, don't worry, girl. Like at the end of this, I promise you, there's like a 6 out of 6 that's waiting for you. So don't worry about it. Okay. Thabiso, thank you so much. Always a pleasure. I think she's gone from my feed, but let's see. So we're gonna bring back Emmanuel. You're talking, Emmanuel, what are you talking this time? You're talking soapies.
Yes, we're going soapies first.
Hey?
We are going soapies first.
Let's go. Shall we go?
You know, we like drama at the Sowetan, right? And soapies about drama. I mean, tonight, there's the drama of my head.
Yes.
And there's Londiwe's drama also. How about that?
At some point, I'm like, wait, are you on? Are you off? Are you what's going on? We love it. Londiwe, we love you. Trust me.
That was very dramatic. So, question 1. In the soapy Rhythm City, there's a character called Suffocate, played by Thabiso Mahlape. He owns a very popular township nightclub. What is the name of the nightclub? In the soapy Rhythm City, there's a character called Suffocate, played by Thabiso Mahlape. He owns a very popular township nightclub on the show. What is the name of the nightclub? Question 2. In his song, One Time, rapper AKA sends a shout out to a former generation's actress. What is the name of the queen? In his song, One Time, AKA sends a shout out to a former generation's actress. What is the name of the queen? Question 3. My laptop switched off, sorry. I'm back. Name the Sarafina actress who leads the cast of Imbeu the Seed on ETV. Name the Sarafina actress that leads the cast of Imbeu the Seed on ETV. Question, I don't know number. Name the new Mzansi Magic telenovela that recently dethroned the Queen as the most watched show on DSTV. The show stars Katlego Danki and Thembisa. Name the name of the Mzansi Magic telenovela that recently dethroned the Queen as the most watched show on DSTV. The next question is, if, let me see, in 2008, Chris Brown, American R&B singer, made an appearance on a popular SABC1 show. What is the name of that show? In 2008, Chris Brown made an appearance on a popular SABC1 soapie. What is the name of that soapie? And lastly, in which SA soapie will you find these characters? YV, Pramosco, Mtunzi, and Romeo. That's it.
I'll be honest. I read these questions and I was like, I only know one. And one because you had written about, I knew only one because you had written about her about a week or 2 ago. But there's a tough one. But guys, listen, my knowledge of soapies, trust me, is not from watching necessarily, but really from what you write. So that's why I'm saying that the one that I knew was pretty much because you wrote about the last. But I see a number of people quite excited by this. Tim Neo is like, yes, let's kill this one. I'm sure I'm sure a lot of people are gonna get this one. Let me remind you. So it's basically like fastest fingers first. So the more you participate and the more you write your scores down when answers, the faster you write your scores down when answers are put across, the more chances you have of winning those awesome prizes, which we will announce at the end of this evening. So let's see, it's quite easy. So I think we can, Emmanuel, can go straight to giving answers. Are we ready?
Okay. The answer to question 1, which was in Soapy Rhythm City, the character Suffocate owns a very popular nightclub. What is the name of the nightclub? And the answer is Kilowatt. And then the second question was in his song, Rapper AKA One Time is the name of the song. He gives a shout out to a former generation actress. What is the name of the queen? And that's very obvious, Sophie Ndaba. And the next, former Sarafina actress, that's currently is the cast of Imbe with a seat on ETV, and that is Lelethi Khumalo, iconic. And next was Mzansi Magic telenovela starring Tata Khotanki and Thembisa, recently dethroned the Queen as the most watched show on DSTV, and the answer is Gomorrah. And next was American R&B singer Chris Brown in 2008. He made an appearance on a popular SABC1 soapie. What is the name of the soapie? And the answer is Generations. And lastly, in which SA soapie will you find these characters? Pramosco, YV, Romeo, and Utunzi. And the answer is
Fantastic. Why was Chris Brown here, by the way? That on Generations that time. Actually, I think I vaguely remember.
If I remember, he was touring in South Africa, and then he just made an appearance on Generations, and we're very excited.
And somebody was like, "Yeah!" I think I vaguely remember it.
Yeah.
Awesome, absolutely awesome questions. So let's see how everybody has done. Fastest fingers first, guys. Okay, let's see. Trogi says they just remembered. I just remembered the question. Answer the question. You don't just remember it. Now was really doing well. Now got 6 out of 6. I think you did say you were going to kill this round, and I think you absolutely did. So well done. Tim Vinny, 5 out of 6. Much better than the last round. I think a lot of people are actually doing well. This one, I see Mac Genius, 5 out of 6. Mm-hmm. That's quite cool. That's cool. I think as always, Manuel, you're probably building people's confidence, so people are feeling okay. We got this. You know, we got this, which is absolutely awesome. Okay, let's see. Miss Shanida, 4 out of 6, and she's like, yay, which is super. Valencia is loving this round. Thank you so much. I thought on the last round, I thought you were just going to quit, but please do not quit. Thank you so much and well done. Chris, 5 out of 6. These are really good scores, guys. Boy Tumelo, 5 out of 6. I agree with you. You absolutely nailed this one. So, Emmanuel, I think you saved the day. Thank you so much. We shall see you. We shall see you shortly. I see Mac Genius is saying, "Is Thabiso watching this one?" Thabiso, you see, people are still wounded basically by what you did. But let's see. We'll move along to the next segment. We'll ask Londi back, and this time she's talking about food. The last time, Londi, you were speaking about food. You left me thinking, "Oh my word, what do I know?" Basically. I hope this time the questions are easier, and at least we know exactly what we're cooking. What have you got for us?
The questions are way easier than last time, and they'll make everyone happy. And if it's people that have been looking at the Good Life section in the paper, then everyone is going to get 6 out of 6 for this. So
take it away.
My first question is, in Gauteng, we have what we call ikota or isphahlo. So this is like a mini loaf crammed with fries, processed meat, sometimes lettuce, and the occasional egg. And what I want to know is, what is the equivalent of this food in the Western Cape? So think along those lines. It looks like it, but it's not. But what is the equivalent? The second question is, Lesego Semenya is a South African chef who goes by the name Les the Chef on Twitter. What I want to know is, what is the title of his debut cookbook? Question number 3. The tagline, soul food, belongs to which South African franchise? Now, this is a giveaway. Like, I feel like everyone should know this. And question number 4 is, name the former ballerina turned cookbook author. Question number 5, pastry chef and entrepreneur Calvin Joel and his wife Jarlene were featured in the Sowetan because of their chef school. What is the name of their school? Let me repeat that. Pastry chef and entrepreneur Kevin Joel and his wife Jarlene were featured in the Sowetan because of their chef school. What is the name of their school? Question number 6, Toasted Barrels was also featured in the Sowetan, and it is a wine boutique agency that sources and distributes wine owned by young winemakers. And I want to know from you, who are the owners of Toasted Barrel? It's 2 of them, and they're also young. So who are the owners of Toasted Barrels? So hopefully everyone is clued up. They've read, the Good Life section in the Sowetan. They know these answers. And all of these articles are in the Good Life section on the website. So if you don't get the answers, then you must go back and read up on the people that we feature.
You know where to read. You know exactly where to read. It's actually it's quite a good section. I've learned a lot. Just me personally, I've learned a lot about food, about who does what, and and all of that. So it's quite fun, and well written as well. So well done on that. I'm not going to give I felt like giving a clue, and I thought, these are easy enough. I'm not going to give a clue. I will say though that question number 2, the gentleman that you speak of, absolutely love him on Twitter, and just absolutely love his work. It's fantastic.
It's wonderful.
It is. So let's see how everybody is doing. I think people are probably feeling a little bit more at ease about this one. A little bit more at ease about this one. I'm wondering if we've got somebody from the Cape who can actually take the first question, but let's see how everybody does. Lodi, do you want to start off with the answers?
Okay, so my first question was, in Gauteng we have ikota, and I wanted to know what is the equivalent of this food in the Western Cape, and the answer is a Gatsby. So if you don't know what a Gatsby is, it's like a submarine sandwich. It's like a foot long, and they just cram it with all this lovely stuff. So, and then they cut it into 4 pieces, and you get the best. You get your money's worth, basically. And there's also lovely little recipes on how to do it online, and you can just ask someone from the Western Cape to make it. The second question was Lesego Semenya is a South African chef who goes by the name Les the Chef on Twitter, and I wanted to know what his debut cookbook is titled, and the cookbook is titled Dijon, My Food, My Journey. It's a lovely, lovely book. You must read it. You get to know a lot about him and how he sees food, and it's just wonderful to see South African food in a cookbook, and you have the recipes to test out everything. And my third question was, the tagline "Soul Food" belongs to which South African franchise? Now, if you do not know the answer to this question, I am very disappointed. And the answer is Chicken Licken, which everyone has been clamoring for it to open a long time. And my fourth question was, name the former ballerina turned cookbook author. And the answer to that question is Lona Maseko. Question number 5 was, pastry chef and entrepreneur Kevin Joel and his wife Jarlene were featured in the Sowetan because of their chef school. I wanted to know the name of the school, and the name of the school is Johannesburg Culinary and Pastry School. Question number 6 was, Toasted Barrel, which is also featured in the Sowetan, is a wine boutique agency, and they source and distribute wines by young winemakers. I wanted to know who the owners of Toasted Barrel were, and it is Clive Sabati and Michael Koza. Now, these guys, I met them interviewed them, and I met them, and they sourced the most exquisite boutique wines. And I was introduced to a white Merlot called Mizwa. Yes, a white Merlot.
Do you get
It was
those?
beautiful. Yes, it's beautiful, and it's done. It's by a young black winemaker. His wine label is Magna Carta, and it's called Mizwa. So the white Merlot, it's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. If you see Toasted Barrels anywhere on social media, you guys should, interact. They have a wine club, and go on and drink once the lockdown is over.
And don't drive.
Yeah, please don't do that. Don't do that.
But it's stunning. Let's see. So Karen says, why are you torturing us in PE? And I happen to know her, and it's the second last segment of the evening, our sports segment. And Nkareng, how are you doing?
Good, thanks yourself, Nobs.
Good. Shall we take it away?
Yeah, as you said, I made it easy. I threw in a couple of women football questions there. So I hope the people will do well. The first question is, Banyana are currently coached by someone who used to be their player and captain in their formation years. This was in the mid-90s. This person played for Banyana, captain Banyana, and now she's the coach. I'm looking for the name. Who is this coach? What is the name of the Banyana coach now? Second question, the Springboks won the World Cup, the Rugby World Cup in Japan last year. I'm looking for the name of the captain. Who's the captain that lifted the World Cup for the Springboks in Japan last year? Third question, who is the Banyana player who scored their first ever goal in the World Cup match? Banyana qualified for the World Cup in France last year. They scored the goal. Who was the first player to score for them in that World Cup in France last year? Question number 4. If the ABSA Premiership, the PSL, as some people know it, were to end now, who would be the champions if it were to be declared that it cannot go on because of this COVID-19? And they said, we are using the current standings to determine the champions. In other words, who is the top team now? Who would benefit from this scenario? I'm looking for the name of the team that is top of the PSL log now. Question 5. The World Cup was held in South Africa. So I'm looking for the venue that hosted the World Cup final in 2010. Where was the 2010 World Cup final held? Name of the stadium. That's what I'm looking for. Last question. Who won the Africa Cup of Nations in 1996? I repeat, who won the Africa Cup of Nations in 1996? Hint there, the tournament was held in South Africa. I'm just looking for the team that won it. Yeah,
fantastic. Absolutely generous of you. Don't mention the team, but I mean the team that's on top of the log now. Let me be nice. Let me say it this way. Let me not reveal my my affiliations at all. But I mean, if really honestly we cannot go on with the rest of the season, what then should be happening? In your view, your personal view, what would be happening?
I think we should try by all means to finish the season, because even if we make a hasty decision now, it doesn't mean that we'll have a guarantee that next season will take place. So let's say this thing is delayed for a further 6 months, and we have made a decision now, but in 6 months we can't start. Then what happens? I think whatever happens, we have to look at other possibilities, not just declaring this season. Because I think it's a bit unfair. It's not as obvious as in other countries, like in France, where they declared the winners with the league still not completed. So with us, it is very political. Some people will be very unhappy if you were to decide that
very
ones are the champions, these ones are relegated. It's going to be tough.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Nkareng. Let's see how everybody has done, guys. You gotta. I mean, you can't drop me on this one, honestly. Like, Mac Genius says, don't trust these people who say my questions will be a giveaway, but there will be a giveaway. I don't even understand. Let's see how the guys have done. Let's start from the bottom. Miss Trinida, we got 3 out of 6. Team E, 0 out of 6, absolutely unacceptable. Okay. No, it can't be, you know. Let's see how other people have done. Karen says her colleague, who's a sports editor, has been waiting for this time, thinking that you'll probably get the answers. He probably has gotten the answers, but let's see. Nonki says, Nkareng, are you available to be adopted? Nonki says, I think I'll adopt Nkareng. I tried, no, Nonki, no, behave. No. Go away, like, do not. She says she got 6 out of 6, which is absolutely fantastic. Chris says this round is easy. Chris, let's see your score. Don't just say this round is easy. MacGenius, 6 out of 6. Yes, congratulations. Karabo, I'm afraid. Karabo, I'm so sorry. She said she didn't hear 3 of the questions. So sorry about that. I think your system was buffering. That's technology for you. And a couple of people as well, 1 or 2 people saying they missed 3 of the questions. I apologize for that. I think, again, please do excuse any kind of systemic issues that we may have. Chirasikasi 0, no. Siba, 1 out of 6. No, no, not good. Nkareng, thank you so much. I absolutely enjoyed this round. I think it was an absolute giveaway. Guys, do remember, at the end of this, you need to total your scores and then write them on the chat. And I see if anybody misses any kind of question that comes through because of a system that's buffering or a line that's buffering, please do watch the chat, because some of the questions are actually written on the chat as well. So again, so remember,
I didn't give out the answers.
Okay.
It's so easy that I didn't give out the answers.
Sorry, my mistake. Please do go ahead and give out the answers. My mistake, I apologize.
The first question, let me open the questions again. The first question there, you were looking at Desiree Ellis as the Banyana coach. The next question, you were looking at Thembela Khamango. That's a Siya Kolisi. Siya Kolisi, the answer is the guy who lifted the World Cup. The third question is Thembela Khamango. She scored the goal for us at the World Cup, the opening goal when we qualified as Banyana for the first time. And then the other question, I've lost my questions now again.
Perhaps which team is at the top of the log at the moment?
The team that's at the top now is Kaizer Chiefs. So if they were really declared that the season is over, they would benefit because they are top of the log. The fifth question, where's the fifth question now?
Where was the 2010 World Cup final played?
The final was played at FNB Stadium or Soccer City. So one of the answers is correct. And the last question, who won the Nations Cup in 1996? Obvious. Bafana
Okay.
or South. So it was quite easy. Yeah, it was quite easy that round. Thanks.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Karen. Guys, I want to see, especially the people who said they got 6 out of 6 and you know, and all those people. We've got one more round to go. So only at the end of that round, you guys must add up your scores and put them on the chat. But let's see how everybody has done. I think a lot of people actually got some of these answers. I see Karabo saying 3 out of 6, which is quite cool. Chiriasikas has been doing quite well, so really enjoying that. Absolutely. Valencia 4 out of 6 says you're so chuffed with yourself. You should be chuffed with yourself. I also am. So let's see the last segment of the evening. We must bring back Emmanuel and his hat again to talk entertainment. For me, this is always like a difficult one because it's like kind of wide ranging. About entertainment. It's not just like, okay, now we're talking soapies, it's just like absolutely wide ranging. So, Emmanuel, do you want to take it away?
I'm back. So this week, I think they're very easy. Well, 3 are niche and 3 are very, very easy. So I at least someone should get 3 over 6 at least. The first question is, what color was the dress that Miss Universe Zozibi Nitunzi wore at President Cyril Ramaphosa's State of the Nation address earlier this year? What color was the dress Miss Universe Zozibi Nitunzi wore at President Cyril Ramaphosa's State of the Nation address earlier this year? Here's a clue, it was definitely not black. Who is not a fashion designer in this list? Thembela Khamango, Rich Mnisi, or Thabiso Mahlape? Who is not a fashion designer in this list? Thembela Khamango, Rich Mnisi, or Thabiso Mahlape? Question 3. Which international rapper featured on Questa's hit song, Spirit? Which international rapper featured on Questa's hit song, Spirit? The next question is, Minnie Lamini, Bonang Matebe, Lut Love, Lerato Khanyago, Pel Tusi, and Tibotash have one thing in common. They presented a popular music show on SABC1. What is the name of that TV show? Minnie Lamini, Bonang Matebe, Lut Love, Lerato Khanyago, Pel Tusi, and Tibotash have one thing in common. They hosted a popular music show on SABC1. What is the name of the show? The next question is, who hosts Afternoon Drive on 947? Who hosts Afternoon Drive on 947? And lastly, 4 South African musicians featured on the Black Panther soundtrack. Name at least one of those musicians.
One of them we wrote about today's paper, yesterday, today, this week sometime.
Yeah.
One of them we wrote about the person. The person. I think in today or yesterday's edition of the Sowetan. So should be an easy one. I hope. Let's see how everybody's feeling before we ask for the answers. You guys have been doing well, hey? You guys have been doing well. Again, if you haven't heard some of the questions, in case technology drops us, please do remember that they're written on the chat. And our guys, our admin guys are quite busy making sure that those questions are reflecting on the chat as well. So have a look, and then let's see. I think, Emmanuel, I actually got a few here. I maybe missed, I'll tell you now, I maybe missed like one.
How many? How many? How many?
I missed one, which I won't say. Which I won't say what it is. But yeah, look, again, if you've been reading us, all these questions should be quite easy. Shall we go ahead with the answers? Take it away.
Yes. The first question was, what the color of Zozibi Nitunzi's dress at the State of the Nation address earlier this year? And the color is yellow. Like the Coldplay song, yellow. Who is not a fashion designer in this list? Thembela Khamango, Rich Mnisi, or Thabiso Mahlape? And the answer is Thabiso Mahlape. She is a singer. She sings Umlilo. Which international rapper featured on Questa's hit track, Spirit? The answer is Wale. Minnie Lamini, Bonang Matebe, Lut Love, Lerato Khanyago, Pel Tusi, and Tibotash have one thing in common. they hosted a popular TV show. What is the name of the TV show? And the answer is either live or live amp. Who hosts Afternoon Drive on 947? And the answer is DJ Fresh. And lastly, 4 South African musicians featured on the Black Panther soundtrack. And name one of those musicians. And the answer is either Thabiso Mahlape, Java, Saudi, or Ugel Black. Ugel Black Rock.
Thank you so much, and well done. Thank you so much, Emmanuel. Fantastic questions. Yeah. Let's see how everybody has done. I think people are quite excited, I think, about this one as well. Tolagele saying she was hoping for 4 out of 6, but let's see how much you got. Again, fastest fingers first, guys. You do stand to a chance to win something great, some great vouchers if you put your questions and your answers, rather, your scores first. Neo got 5 out of 6, which is fantastic. Tim Cavaro Karen got 4 out of 6, which is great. Let's see, Tsepo 4 out of 6, which is great actually, which is quite cool. Siba 6 out of 6, which is fantastic. Zintle, let's see if Zintle wasn't Zintle 4 out of 6 from Team Nero, which is fantastic. Let's see. Yeah, you guys are not are doing quite well again. Emmanuel, I think you've saved the day and gotten everybody everybody excited. You and your legendary hat. So thank you so much. What we're going to do now, we're going to ask is for everybody to just total up their scores and tell us how much you got. What is your number in total? In the meantime, we're doing the lucky draw. Again, based on how fast and you were responding and participating, at least in part, and then we'll announce the winners in a second or two. Emmanuel, you still haven't told us how many hats you've got, but I will let you go. And I understand you don't want to answer that question. That's cool. Maybe on the next run you may be able to answer that question. Guys, again, thank you so much for joining us. I see your total scores coming through. Team Neo 16 out of 42. Bojumelo 20. Tolagele 20 out of 42. Boitumelo 20 out of 42. Shoki, I see you got 20 out of 36, should be 42, but okay. Which scores are not bad. I was hoping for somebody who gets like 40 or something, Guys, we've got the winners. I just got them. I'm quite excited. So I want to say congratulations to the following people in no particular order. So the first 4 people I'm going to call out have won 500 rands worth of vouchers, of data vouchers. And please, if you do win, I would ask you to please email your details to the following email address. It will also be on the chat. It is nkanunup@arena.co.za. Please do email us your details, and we'll be able to contact you and send you your vouchers. Thank you so much for joining us. The following people have won their vouchers. Shoki, congratulations. 500 rand worth of data coming your way. Cherry Asekasi, congratulations. Same. Tolagele and Valencia. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us, and absolutely congratulations. Do email your details to the email address that is on the chat. And then the overall, I suppose the biggest winner, of which is the person who won the 2,000 rand voucher, shopping mall voucher, is, drum roll, Neo. Neo, congratulations for winning that voucher. Please do contact us, and we'll be in touch with you and send you your voucher. Thank you so much. We really thank you. We really do enjoy these evenings with you. It's lockdown. Everybody is frustrated. We need some fun. We need some time to just relax and chill. And really, we're here to do that for you as well. So congratulations. And if anybody wants to join the Sowetan Women's Club, the details are always on the link on the chat here. Again, Siabulela, thank you so much to my quizmasters. You guys are brilliant. Emmanuel, Thembela, Londiwe, Thabiso, Nkareng. Thank you so much for always being willing. And yeah, everybody, good evening. And cheers.